All right, good morning. This video is going to be about balance. This is for you, Alex. The balance is the understanding of a yin and yang, understanding of a beginning and an end, that there are two halves make a whole, right? Whenever something doesn't work out, or whenever there's an anomaly, or whenever there's a conflict, it's because the balance is off. You know what I mean? So hypothetically speaking, in a relationship, when a relationship doesn't work out, it's because the balance is off. It's either the masculine's trying to become feminine or the feminine is trying to become masculine. So in a relationship and you have a masculine male, when a female is trying to become masculine and she tries to usurp the male, that's when the relationship starts to fail, right? Same thing, vice versa. When the male is becoming too feminine, you know what I mean? It starts to fail. That works in everything. When you're at work, right? When you don't maintain the balance at work, that's when your boss starts eyeballing you. That's when your paycheck starts acting funny. It starts looking funny, and things like that. Everything has a beginning and an end. Everything has a purpose. Everything has a front and a back. So what's being pushed is that one can usurp the other, right? And that's not feasible. There always has to be balance, regardless of what all these dating coaches say and whatever anybody else say. At the end of the day, the reason why things don't work is because somebody disrupted the balance, right? It doesn't make sense how Niecy Nash leaves her husband for a female that tries to look like a man. At the end of the day, she still wants a male comfort, right? So something's going on. There was an imbalance. And then she said that she can finally be herself. Well, why, you're 50 years old, so you never, was yourself? You know what I mean? So I question that. So you let somebody get in your head and let them convince you that you want to be with a woman that wants to be a man instead of being with a man. You know what I mean? So something's wrong with that. So there's always a balance. There's a beginning and an end. So like, hypothetically speaking, going back to relationships, right? You hear females always say, right, that they want to be on the side of their man, but that's not how it works. They say they want to stand beside their man. How it works is that a woman is supposed to have a man's back, meaning like in a duelist position, right? Where you can't have my back if you're standing behind me facing the same way I'm facing, right? You have to cover my blind spot. So be aware of people that say they want to stand beside their man or something like that, because then we both gonna get hit. Who's watching the blind spots? You know what I mean? There has to be a pro and a con. There has to be a yin and a yang. There has to be a beginning and an end. Everything has a counterpart. You know what I mean? For the front of the TV, there's the back of the TV. For the top of the light, there's the bottom of the light. For the top of the fan, there's the bottom of the fan. For the left side of the fan, there's the right side of the fan. So on and so forth. You know what I mean? There is a balance. There has to be balance. When something's not balanced, it don't work. Can you imagine if I had a three-sided TV? There's no such thing as a three-sided TV. Why isn't it? Because it's imbalanced. It wouldn't make sense, So also, to show this, right? So, in my lifetime, I don't have to worry about a lot. I'm in a position in my life right now where according to Kevin Samuels, I'm in the top 15% of black men. You know what I mean? As far as like financially, spiritually, availability, all of that stuff like that. So there's a lot of people in the comment section that can talk all that shit, but I promise you, you know what I mean, that they're not in a good space in their life. You know what I mean? So the reason why I have what I have is because I choose it. The reason why I do what I do is because I choose it. Because it makes me comfortable. So if you look around, right, I'm gonna show you, hold on, because I can't even spin the camera around. So I'm gonna just show you, right? When I come home every day, you know what I mean? I come home, I'm at peace. I come home, I'm at peace, and you too can have the same thing, right? You too can do this. I'm telling you, you too can do this, right? So I come home, I come upstairs, and not to be brag, because it's not about money. It's not about money. It's about ability. right? I'm probably the only person that you know, and I just turned it on with a waterfall in the house, right? I come home, you know what I mean? I can afford whatever I want. I'm in a space where I can afford wherever I want. I ain't got no real drama, no nothing like that, you know. For all those people that say I don't exercise and all this other shit like that, fuck you. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm straight. It's just an apartment. This is an apartment, but it's my apartment. My daughter's room is straight. My daughter's cool. See that? My daughter's straight. And then my room is straight. You know what I mean? When I said I'm going to get back to the music, this is what I'm talking about right here. You know? Just like that. So, with that being said, you know, you too can achieve. You too could, you know, just 4 years ago, I was in a bad spot. You know what I mean? But all I did was change my mind. I changed my predicament. I changed how I looked at things. You know, I changed my perspective of things. You know, and you too can do that. You have to give yourself purpose. You have to give yourself drive. You understand? Stop waiting. Stop trying to find you in other people. Not everybody's going to appreciate you like you do. Not everybody's, you know, I've done some dumb shit. I've done some shipping shit. I've helped people that I shouldn't have helped. I've gave people chances that I shouldn't have gave chances to. But in return, I was blessed. I'm in a good spot. They not in a good spot. I got one ex-girlfriend that's a prostitute. I got one ex-girlfriend that's an escort. I got one ex-girlfriend doing 10 years in prison right now. You know what I mean? So everybody that claim they got me or whatever like that, karma's a bitch that's lower than nobody. Karma's something else. You know? Karma's something else. So I want you to take heed. You know what I mean? Take heed to what I say. Like, you don't worry about them. Worry about yourself. Get yourself on track. All right? Maintain the balance. Maintain order. The second you feel that the balance is off, you can feel it in your spirit when somebody ain't right. You can feel it in your spirit when somebody's off. You know, the second the balance is off, bail. That's it. That's what I had to learn. I had to bail. I had to sit down one day and realize all these fights that I was fighting, I didn't have to fight at all. I didn't have to fight at all. I could have walked the fuck away and not lost nothing. But that's a lesson that had to be learned. It's a lesson that had to be learned. I'm grateful for who I ran into. I'm grateful for that because now I know better, you know? So I need you to hear me, man.